Warning: this post may ignite a fire that can't be extinguished. Unless your mind's already a fireball, in which case this post is completely benign. What follows are some questions about colorism. But first, let me say more about why questioning helps. And don't fear the fire. Socrates said the unexamined life is not worth living. And time has shown that fire is proof of purity. For metals at least, but think of metal as metaphor. The quickest road to flame starts with two three-letter words: why and how. These words have been known to incinerate things founded on fear instead of love, deception instead of truth. Despite these benefits, many people avoid the fire because they can't stand the heat or they're afraid to get burned. You see, the fire doesn't just consume fear and deception around us. It also consumes fear and deception within us. As a teacher, I often ask why and how, trying to get my students to think deeply and critically about what's presented to them and about their prior assumptions. One assumption that several students have vocalized is that dark skin is a problem or an unfortunate condition that one should avoid whenever possible. Here's some of what my African American students of varying shades and genders have actually said to me. I wish I was light-skinned like my mama. This picture is ugly. I look too black on here. I'm less proud of myself because I got darker over the summer. I'm black. I used to be lighter than this. I used to be as light as, well, not you, but D, speaking of a character in a story, is lighter than Maggie. That means D can smash her. Now, the fact that they make such comments as though everyone else thinks the way they do lets me know how ubiquitous colorism really is among Black people. Colorism seems as common as blinking and equally unconscious, which is the problem. Too many are content living unconsciously, living unexamined lives. So I've been thinking, maybe one remedy to colorism is for individuals to start asking why and how. I urge all to ask these questions for any situation. Why am I in an abusive relationship and how do I get out? Why am I unhappy at work and how can I change the trajectory of my life? Gloria Steinem, the famous feminist, suggested in her book, The Revolution Within, quote, "The only practical, permanent solution to poor body image seems to be turning inward to ask, where did it come from? What subtle or blatant events gave birth to it? What peer pressure nurtured it? What popular images make ourselves seem different or wrong?" End quote. Regarding skin color, we should examine our attitudes regardless of what color we are, regardless of which direction our bias is projected, and regardless of whether or not we feel complicit. I've suggested some questions here about colorism that I think are helpful. As you hear these, remember that IDK, I don't know, is not an answer for someone who genuinely seeks the truth. Shrugging your shoulders and reverting back to tasks that are easy for you does not promote life. Instead, keep thinking, keep searching or investigating until you find at least a possible answer. Instead of just saying, "I don't know," say instead, "I don't know yet." I encourage the same persistence in my students. So here are the questions. Number 1, why do I have a positive/negative attitude about certain skin tones? Number 2, how did my attitude about skin tone develop throughout my life, particularly in my childhood? Number 3, how has my attitude about skin tone manifested in my words and actions? or the absence of my words and actions? Question 4, why does my reflection on this issue matter for me personally? And question 5, how will understanding my attitude about skin color change my community? Of course, you'll have to do the work of making your inquiry personal and specific to your experiences. I hope these questions are in fact only the beginning for you. I hope you take this investigation to a level that matters for your personal growth. I hope you share these questions and your responses with others whom you care about. I care about you, so this is my way of sharing. Sincerely, Sarah.